8 facial expressions that expose a covert narcissist. Have you ever wondered how you can spot a covert narcissist in a crowd without them saying a word? If you've had the experience of feeling something off about someone, even when their words seem charming or neutral, you're not alone. Covert narcissists are experts at hiding their true nature behind a veil of subtlety, making them harder to recognize than their overt counterparts. But here's the truth. Their facial expressions can often betray them in ways that words cannot. From fleeting moments of smugness to hidden anger, these facial clues can be telling signs that you're dealing with a covert narcissist. Stick with me as we dive into the 8 facial expressions that give them away. You won't want to miss this. By the end of this video, you'll be able to recognize these subtle but powerful cues. But before we begin, I invite you to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might benefit from understanding the psychology behind covert narcissism. These expressions aren't just intriguing, they're essential to understanding covert narcissistic behavior. Now, let's get into it. Covert narcissism is an insidious form of narcissism that hides in the shadows. These individuals often don't appear overtly arrogant, but they still share many of the same traits as more classic narcissists. Their need for admiration, lack of empathy, and self-centeredness often manifest in more subtle ways. One way you can tell a covert narcissist from other types is by paying attention to their facial expressions. We all know the importance of body language, but the face is especially revealing. So, let's take a deep dive into the 8 facial expressions that expose covert narcissists. Number 1. The smirk, a subtle display of superiority. At first glance, a smirk might appear as nothing more than a simple quirk of the lips, almost imperceptible and easy to overlook. But for covert narcissists, this seemingly innocent expression carries far more weight. The smirk is a deliberate, calculated gesture that often surfaces when they feel they have gained the upper hand or successfully manipulated a situation to their benefit. It's not just a passing facial expression. It's a quiet, almost hidden proclamation that they've won without ever needing to say a word. While their overall demeanor might remain calm, controlled, or even pleasant, this subtle upturn of their mouth betrays their true feelings of superiority. It reveals their belief that they are above others and that they've managed to dominate a situation. What's even more chilling is how easily this expression can go unnoticed by those around them, allowing the narcissist to bask in their perceived victory while others remain oblivious. The smirk becomes a hidden, almost smug expression of triumph, reinforcing their desire for control, power, and dominance. It's always there, lingering just beneath the surface, even if no one acknowledges it. Number 2. The raised eyebrow, a silent judgment. The raised eyebrow might seem like a harmless reaction to surprise or confusion, a simple and natural expression of curiosity. However, when this gesture comes from a covert narcissist, it takes on a far darker meaning. In moments where they are disagreeing with you, subtly undermining your worth, or attempting to make you feel small, the raised eyebrow becomes a silent, non-verbal form of judgment. It's not just an inquisitive glance, it's an expression of their desire to assert dominance over you. They may not vocalize their feelings, but this small but potent gesture sends a clear message. They view you as inferior to them, as someone who doesn't deserve the same level of respect. This raised eyebrow is a subtle, yet powerful way of diminishing your worth without the need for harsh words. It's a psychological tactic used by covert narcissists to remind you that, in their eyes, you are beneath them. Even if you don't consciously notice it, this small gesture speaks volumes about how they perceive you. Number 3. The tightened jaw, hidden frustration. Covert narcissists are masters of maintaining a composed, stoic exterior, carefully hiding any anger or frustration they may feel inside. However, beneath that calm and collected facade, there are often emotions that they struggle to contain. One of the most telling signs of their inner turmoil is the tightened jaw. When they're feeling tense, irritated, or upset, their jaw may clench, sometimes in a subtle, barely noticeable way, other times more obviously. This involuntary physical response reflects their attempt to suppress emotions like anger, resentment, or frustration that they're unwilling or unable to express outwardly. It's a sign that something is brewing beneath the surface, even when they appear outwardly calm or unbothered. The tightened jaw acts as a small yet undeniable signal that they're holding something in, a clear indication that all is not well. This tension in the jaw is a powerful manifestation of the covert narcissist's inability or unwillingness to confront or express their emotions in a healthy way. They may try to mask it, but this subtle, physical reaction gives away their hidden feelings. Number 4. The cold stare, a tool for asserting control. Another key expression that covert narcissists frequently use is the cold stare. Unlike the warm, engaging gaze of someone who is genuinely interested in what you have to say or feels a connection with you, the cold stare is distant, void of emotion, and deeply unsettling. This gaze is often employed by narcissists when they feel threatened, challenged, or simply need to assert their power and dominance over you. It is a chilling expression that makes you feel insignificant, small, or unworthy, especially when you're attempting to express yourself or share your thoughts with them. The cold stare lacks any empathy, warmth, or connection. It's a method of emotional withdrawal, meant to create distance and remind you of your place in the narcissist's hierarchy. They use this stare to send a powerful non-verbal message that you don't matter, that your feelings and thoughts are irrelevant, and that their emotional energy is too valuable to waste on you. It's not merely indifference. It's a deliberate tactic designed to remind you that they hold all the power in the relationship and you hold none. This expression is a subtle yet effective way for covert narcissists to reinforce their sense of control and superiority, all while leaving you feeling exposed and belittled. It's a tool they wield to assert dominance without saying a word, and it can be incredibly disorienting to experience, especially when they are emotionally distant and uninterested in any form of real connection. Number 5. The inconsistent eye contact, a sign of concealment. One often overlooked facial expression that covert narcissists frequently exhibit is inconsistent eye contact. This behavior can be subtle yet highly revealing, especially when they are trying to hide something or manipulate the situation. When a covert narcissist is attempting to conceal their true intentions or deceive you, they will often avoid making direct eye contact. This avoidance is a defensive tactic designed to prevent their emotions or motives from being exposed. You might notice that their eyes dart away quickly, or they glance down when you look at them, signaling that they're not comfortable with full transparency. On the other hand, when they do decide to make eye contact, it can feel intense and unsettling, almost as though they are trying to pierce through you. The intensity in their gaze can feel unnervingly probing, as if they are scrutinizing every part of you in an attempt to control the narrative. This erratic and unpredictable pattern of eye contact, switching between evasion and overbearing focus, is a strong sign that something is amiss. It suggests that they are hiding something and, at times, trying to control the situation without verbalizing their motives. In short, this inconsistent eye contact can be an indicator of their underlying duplicity, making it crucial to pay attention to their gaze for further clues about their intentions. Number 6. flared nostrils, a silent indicator of frustration. The flaring of nostrils may seem like a minor, almost imperceptible detail, but it can reveal a great deal about the covert narcissist's emotional state. While flared nostrils are often associated with intense anger, in covert narcissists, they typically signal frustration, irritation, or internal tension that is simmering beneath the surface. Covert narcissists are adept at hiding their true feelings, but the subtle flaring of their nostrils is a physical manifestation of the emotional pressure building inside them. When they are feeling criticized, challenged, or threatened, you might notice their nostrils slightly flare, almost imperceptibly. It's an involuntary reaction to the emotions they are trying to suppress. Although they may not outwardly express their anger or frustration through loud outbursts or aggressive actions, this small detail tells you that they are struggling to control their internal reactions. It's a silent sign of mounting tension and unspoken frustration, something they wish to hide but cannot completely conceal. This is a key signal that beneath the surface calm, there is a great deal of emotional conflict that they are trying to contain. If you observe this small but telling sign, you'll realize that they're not as composed as they appear. They are simply working hard to mask their true feelings. Number 7. The forced smile, a mask of deception. Another significant sign of a covert narcissist's true emotions lies in their smile. Though they often try to project an image of charm and likability, their smile can feel hollow, insincere, or even mechanical. A forced smile is typically a tight, controlled expression that does not engage the entire face. While a genuine smile involves the eyes, causing them to crinkle or light up with warmth, a forced smile is often cold, flat, and uninviting. It's a deceptive mask that hides their true emotions, whether it's bitterness, contempt, or disdain. This kind of smile serves a dual purpose. It allows them to maintain the appearance of being pleasant or agreeable, while concealing the negative feelings they harbor. If you pay close attention, you'll notice that their smile doesn't reach their eyes or feel authentic. It's as if they're performing, playing a role, rather than expressing genuine warmth or kindness. This is a crucial detail to watch for, as it provides insight into the emotional disconnect they often maintain with others. The forced smile is their way of hiding their true feelings behind a superficial mask, attempting to manipulate others into believing that they are happy or friendly, when in reality, they're concealing much darker emotions beneath the surface. Number 8. The subtle sneer, a quiet expression of superiority. The subtle sneer is one of the more elusive and understated expressions that covert narcissists use to communicate their disdain or sense of superiority. Unlike a wide, overt sneer, which is usually accompanied by open derision, the covert narcissist's sneer is much more restrained and harder to notice. It's typically a slight curl of the lip, just enough to signal judgment, but not enough to be overtly offensive. This fleeting expression is a nonverbal way for the covert narcissist to assert their belief that they are better, more deserving, or more important than those around them. The sneer is a quiet, almost imperceptible sign of contempt, and it conveys a deep sense of condescension and superiority. When they use this subtle facial expression, it's not meant to be immediately recognized by everyone. Instead, it's their way of expressing superiority in a manner that's difficult for others to call out. It's a strategic way of demeaning others without drawing attention to it, allowing the narcissist to feel superior while remaining under the radar. The sneer is not a display of open aggression, but rather a quiet assertion of dominance, indicating that the narcissist feels they are above others, even if they don't vocalize it. If you happen to catch this slight facial expression, It's a clue that the covert narcissist is silently judging and placing themselves above everyone else in the room, making it a key indicator of their true feelings. Now that we've uncovered these 8 facial expressions, you may wonder how to deal with covert narcissists who use these cues to manipulate and control. The first step is awareness. Knowing that their emotions are often hidden behind these subtle expressions allows you to better protect yourself from their tactics. Whether it's the smirk, the cold stare, or the sneer, these facial cues are windows into the narcissist's true emotions. When you spot them, you can start to recognize when they're using these expressions to control or undermine you. Thank you for taking the time to explore these fascinating facial expressions with me. I hope you found this video enlightening. Don't forget to hit that like button if you learned something new, and be sure to subscribe for more content like this. Share this with someone who might benefit from understanding covert narcissism and the subtle cues that expose it. Your support means the world to me, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay aware, stay empowered, and always trust your instincts.